What if I told you the entire landscape of country music was shaped by one man, almost 70 years ago, and his influence is still felt in every twang and sorrowful lyric today? We're diving deep into the enduring mystery of Hank Williams, the ghost in the machine of modern country, and revealing why his legacy is more powerful than ever. Welcome, listeners, to the first part of our journey into the very soul of country music. Today, we peel back the layers to understand the genesis of a phenomenon, Hank Williams. Before he became an icon, a voice echoing from the heart of America, he was simply Hiram, a boy from rural Alabama whose brief yet impactful life story would become as legendary as his songs. In this edition, we'll uncover his humble beginnings, the formative influences that shaped his distinctive voice and songwriting. We'll explore how his early hits became the undeniable foundation of a new sound, driven by an almost raw, unvarnished honesty. Let's begin with the man behind the music. Born Hiram King Williams in Mount Olive, Alabama in 1923, Hank's early life was marked by hardship and the pervasive shadows of the Great Depression. Poverty was a constant companion, and his family moved frequently, chasing meager opportunities. But perhaps the most profound challenge he faced from birth was a congenital spinal condition, spina bifida occulta, which would plague him with chronic pain throughout his life, a pain he often sought to numb, leading to struggles that would ultimately shape his destiny. Yet from these challenging roots, a unique artistry began to blossom. Crucially, his musical education didn't come from formal lessons. Instead, it was found on the streets of Georgiana, Alabama, where a local African-American street musician named Rufus T-Tot Payne became his impromptu mentor. T-Tot didn't just teach Hank guitar chords, he taught him the feeling of the blues. This blending of traditional country melodies with the soulful depth of blues improvisation was revolutionary, and it would become the signature of Williams' sound. And what a sound it was! Hank Williams wasn't known for a technically perfect voice. Instead, his was a voice that felt. His delivery was mournful, often marked by a deliberate hiccup or a slight crack that conveyed profound sadness, raw joy, or desperate yearning. He stretched syllables, imbuing every word with an unfiltered emotion that was utterly unique. It wasn't merely singing, it was bleeding. He delivered his truths straight from the heart, and audiences worldwide instinctively understood. This raw vocal delivery, combined with a lyrical honesty that bypassed pretense, immediately resonated. Hank's genius lay in his ability to write deceptively simple songs that beneath their surface addressed universal themes: love, devastating loss, relentless heartbreak, and the elusive search for redemption. His words felt less like crafted poetry and more like shared confessions, striking a chord deep within the common man. His undeniable talent led to a pivotal moment in 1949, his debut at the Grand Ole Opry. That night, Hank performed Lovesick Blues, and the audience response was nothing short of unprecedented. He received an astounding 6 encores, a spontaneous outpouring of adoration that solidified his stardom and broadcast his distinct, powerful sound to a national audience. It was a game-changing moment, a declaration that country music was evolving. But Hank wasn't just about the blues. Songs like Hey Good Lookin' showcased a lighter, more playful side, yet still retained that undeniable Hank Williams charm. Its infectious energy transcended traditional genre boundaries, further broadening his appeal. And tracks like Move It On Over were so rhythmically innovative, they're now recognized as crucial precursors to rock and roll itself, illustrating the sheer breadth of his early impact. He wasn't just shaping country, he was laying groundwork for American popular music. His escalating struggles with alcohol addiction and his famously tumultuous, often volatile relationship with Audrey Shepard Williams were not merely personal tribulations. They were, in fact, the very wellspring, the fertile ground from which his most profound and enduring songs blossomed. Hank channeled his pain, his deep regrets, and his most desperate yearnings directly into his lyrics. Songs such as the heart-wrenching "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry" or the timeless lament of "You're Cheating Heart" were not just fictional narratives, they were bleeding entries from his own very real diary. This raw, unfiltered level of vulnerability was revolutionary for the genre. He laid bare his soul for the world to hear, transforming his agony into art. In doing so, Hank didn't just write songs. He pioneered the country torch song, a subgenre steeped in longing, heartache, and the deep ache of unspoken truths. He set an undeniable precedent for countless artists who would follow, showing them that true artistic power lay in unflinching honesty. Hank Williams didn't just sing songs, he lived them. His early career forged a sound, a style, and a lyrical honesty that was unprecedented, leaving an indelible mark on everything that followed. But the question remains, how could a life so brief, ending at the tragically young age of 29, leave such an unending echo? How could his influence span generations, impacting artists far beyond the realm of country music? In our next edition, we'll explore exactly why Hank Williams' profound influence didn't die with him, but continues to breathe life into music, inspiring artists and proving that true authenticity is timeless. Join us for Why Hank Still Matters Today, coming soon. In the meantime, I urge you to immerse yourself in the raw power of his early catalog. You'll hear the genesis of a legend. Thank you for listening. I'm Head, and this has been a glimpse into the making of a musical giant.